If you're in search of a stealthier appearance for the front end of your 2009 through 2014 F-150 that has the factory halogen headlights, this set of switchback sequential LED turn signal projector headlights with the matte black housing and smoked lens will be a great set to consider. These headlights will drastically change the appearance of your F-150's front end with the dark appearance and stylish running light if you're specifically looking to upgrade from your current set, whether it's due to a lackluster appearance or they're simply damaged. Whatever the case may be, this set will make sure to fix those problems very easily while keeping the cost down and including a plug-and-play install if you want a set that's going to save you money and save you time for your build. These feature a dark aesthetic to them, which will match with any other darker accessories thanks to the smoked lens and that matte black inner housing. The smoke in the front isn't super dark, so you will be able to see the stylish detailing of the housing, but most importantly, it's not going to take away too much from that lighting performance. The LED light bars surrounding the driving light will illuminate in both a bright amber and bright white, which will interchange depending on if you have your DRL on or your turn signal on, making your truck stand out much more than a standard DRL. The driving lights here will also include a big upgrade with a bright halogen bulb behind a projector lens that will direct the lighting farther down the road and more consistently down the road compared to the factory reflector, making a difference in your visibility at night. These are well made with a matte black ABS housing, as it says in the name, which is very common for headlights because it's lightweight and it's a very durable plastic. The lens will have a polycarbonate construction, which also is durable, being impact resistant and UV protected, so no matter where you take your F-150, street or dirt, these are going to hold up from abuse from the elements over time. Between the housing and the lens will also be a butyl sealant to effectively keep water, dust, moisture, really everything out, and to resist any fogging or damage on the inside of the light. These will also be fully plug and play again and be DOT and SAE approved, keeping up to standards and making install a breeze. These are going to be right in the middle of the price range for headlights at about $500. Lighting design does come down to personal preference, but this set will have a hybrid design, keeping the cost lower than some other expensive full LED options. If you're content with your halogen bulbs, you just need a little boost in lighting performance, and you want that modernness of the LED accent lighting with a refined housing. These will also have a little bit more than the entry-level choices with the switchback function and pre-assembled and plug-and-play capabilities, while others may require a little bit more work. For the balance of those features, $500 fits incredibly well with these headlights. Now, install will be a 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. I would say a lighter 2, and it should only take you about 2 hours to get the job done. Now, at this point, we can head over to our shop and check out a detailed breakdown on our F-150 so you can get these onto yours at home. So that is going to wrap it up for my review. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
The tools you'll need for this project are a ratchet, a 10mm socket, a pair of side cutters, and the supplied zip ties. Hi everyone, today we're installing a set of headlights on our F-150, but first let's watch a short video on how to uninstall the stock headlights. First thing we need to do is remove the 2 headlight bolts at the top here and then 1 at the side, and we're going to use our 10mm socket to do that. And with our 3 bolts removed, all we've got to do now is just grab a hold of the light and pull it straight forward. And with our headlight removed, we can go ahead and disconnect the 3 connectors on the back simply by pushing down on the release lever on each of the connectors and pulling it out. Before we can install our new lights, there's a couple things we need to take care of first. One, we need to transfer over our turn signal and our parking light sockets without the bulbs so that we can plug them into the harness built into the light. Next thing we need to do is connect the wiring harness that's supplied with the kit to our battery and plug it in to the back of the light so that we can have the sequential and the switchback functions of the light. So let's go ahead and get our light socket switched over. And to do that, all we have to do is turn the 2 sockets counterclockwise and lift it straight out once it unlocks. Now, once you've got it unlocked, go ahead and remove the bulb. And then you can plug that in to the harness on the back of the light. Once you've got that done, go ahead and insert it into the light and turn it clockwise to lock it into place. Now we'll do the same thing with our parking light. We'll plug that into the harness here and insert it into the back of the light. Now we can go ahead and do the same thing for the other light, and then we'll run our harness. Now here's the included harness for the DRLs and for the turn signals. Now we've got a connector on one end for the driver's side, we've got another connector here for the passenger side, and then we've got a connection here for the battery. So let's go ahead and get this hooked up to our battery and then run it across the front of the truck so that we can connect both lights. All right, now we're gonna run this battery connector up behind the radiator core support here. And then we're going to loosen this 10mm nut on the battery terminal and go ahead and slip that under the nut and then tighten it back down. So we'll use our 10mm socket to loosen that up. And we'll slip our connector underneath the nut and then tighten it back down. All right, now we're going to go ahead and just run our harness across the front, and what we'll do is we'll secure it to the hood release latch here and to the wiring harness on this side. Now the system does provide you with some zip ties so that you can get it secured and keep it out of trouble. So we'll just use our first zip tie, go around the wiring harness on this side, then we can secure another one over here. We put one on this side of the hood latch itself. And then one more at the end of the core support. All right, now you can use a pair of side cutters to cut off the excess zip tie. Now with our new harness already secured, we can go ahead and reconnect our factory harness to the back of the light in the same position that they came off in. So we'll just plug these in, make sure they snap into place. Now we can go ahead and connect our new harness to the wire on the back. And then go ahead and insert your light back in the regular location, and we'll secure it using the original hardware. We'll get our 3 bolts started back in, 2 on the top, 1 on the side. And then we'll tighten it down with our 10mm socket. And now you can repeat that process for the other light. And that wraps up our review and install of the Switchback Sequential LED Turn Signal Projector Headlights with the matte black housing and smoke lens for your 09 to 14 F-150 with factory halogen headlights. Thanks for watching, and remember, for all things F-150, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.